Hi everybody, welcome back to the workshop. I'm just going to do a quick video on this one. I've given it a service. It's a Borletti. I've no idea. It's a model FB1102. I know nothing about this make. I've never seen a Borletti before, but I've given it a service. It's a well-engineered machine. Sounds Italian, so I presume it's Italian. And when the customer dropped it off, I said I'd do a quick video when I've done it to show how to thread it. So here we go. First thing to do to wind the bobbin, I've actually wound the bobbin and tested the machine, so I should just show this bit here. There's a spool on the back. There's this little bit of metal here with holes in to pass the thread through there, and then take it down one of these. There's 3 holes in this, so it doesn't matter which hole, but I normally use the right hand hole, and then it goes into a little gap behind here, just here, and then through these 2 little tension discs and take it around like so. I won't thread it because I've already done it, and then engage the bobbin winder with the hand wheel, release the clutch on the side. We just unthread it because I don't want it winding up, and then run the machine. Until you've got enough, stop it, push that across, and there's your bobbin wound. To thread the actual machine itself, lift the presser foot up, it goes down, keep it through the hole you've done for the bobbin winder, just shut that up, tighten that up. Okay, it goes round between the tension discs, and then keep going round to pick up the check spring, which is this little spring here, underneath this metal part here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just turn it a little bit. Let me just turn it. That's it. So around the tensions, over this spring, so that spring moves nice and freely. So when you pull that, that spring should operate left to right. Through the hole in the take-up lever. This is the take-up lever. Threads from right to left. You've got a thread guide just here into this gap here. There's no thread guides on this needle bar, which there is normally. There might have been back in the day, but it's not there now. The needle goes in using this front screw, not this side one like a normal machine. So loosen that off, push the needle up. The flat side goes to the back of the machine, the flat side of the needle. Thread from front to back. And this is like any other sewing machine. It's a normal bobbin case. Drop the thread into the bobbin case with the thread coming off top right. Hold the bobbin still through that gap there, underneath the spring, and let it hold there. I'm just going to release that tensioner for action because it's quite tight. Then you hold the little finger out. This is quite fiddly. Push it into there. That finger at the top should engage into a little slot, which it does. Then let go. Give that a pull to make sure the whole thing doesn't fly out, because it's in there nice and secure. And then you can take this down. Oops. I've lost it. Let me just thread the needle again. Didn't leave enough thread coming out the back of the needle. That's it. Lift the foot up, take the machine down and up and pull, and that pulls your bottom thread up. I'll just go through some of the code controls on this machine. This here is a stitch selector, so you've got straight stitches on the right, zigzag is in the middle, and A will do whatever disc you've got in here. Pattern discs. Customer didn't give me many, well, didn't give me any pattern discs but that one, so that's the only one I can try. They might have some, or they might have inherited the machine without them. In that case, they'll only have the 3 stitches they can do. This here is your stitch length. This lever here is reverse. This here is stitch width. You can lock in the width by just moving these across and then tightening them up, and then that can't come back past. It's good for doing buttonholes. This one here is needle position, left, right, centre. This one here is a stretch stitch, so there's another one of these flaps at the back to put another disc in to do stretch stitches. There aren't any in there, so I can't show you that. And then this one here is, just bring that round to 1, to 0. This one here drops the feed dogs down for embroidery. You have to push this button to move it. So that's dropped them down now. Push it down, it pings across to come back up again. But this won't lock in unless you push it down. Like that. So then you push in and it comes back. So I don't think she'll be doing any freehand embroidery on it, wouldn't have thought, so just keep it in the left hand position. This is your top tension, which I've set for 5, and that is pretty much it. So here's the sewing I've been doing on it before I started the video. So we've got a zigzag, straight stitch, and then there's the pattern disc, which is this one here, which is sewing nicely, does a nice stitch. It's quite a fast machine, there's not a lot of control on the foot control. That can be sorted with a new foot control if required, but I shall leave this one on because it's original. Give it a sew. So that's reverse. And that is pretty good. So thanks for watching. I don't think many people will be watching this video because I say this machine is so uncommon, but that's how to thread and use this sewing machine. I'll get back to another proper service video when I've caught up with the work I'm doing, but thanks for watching. Any comments, please let me know. I do try and reply to them. Have a great day. See you next time.